I am so excited for today's video. We are going to be thrifting in St. Petersburg. St. Pete. We're going to be thrifting in St. Pete today. So hello and welcome. My name is Bianca and this is a place to inspire and to be inspired. I love all things crafting and creating and thrifting on a budget. And if you don't know where St. Pete is, here's a little map. It's kind of east of Tampa, and St. Pete is just a very cute and trendy city. I've curated a little list of the thrift stores that I want to go to, and I will share all of them down below if you live in the area or if you live close to this area and you want to also visit these thrift stores. And it is currently 10:02 in the morning, and we have about an hour drive ahead of us. And since we have an hour-long drive ahead of us, I think we need to go and pick up a little beverage for the road. So we're gonna go and get ourselves a little pumpkin spice latte. And now we have our beverage for the road and about an hour-long drive ahead of us. So let's head to our first thrift store. This song reminds me of the movie Stick It every time. It took me 2 hours to get here. It should have been a 1 hour drive, and it took me 2 hours because for whatever reason my maps took me through downtown Tampa and then up and around and then down to St. Pete. But alas, we are here. And whenever I'm thrifting, I try to have some kind of idea of what items I'm looking for, whether it's certain fabrics or colors or patterns or textures. And for today, I'm thinking of going for more fall staples, so sweaters and jackets and maybe even some good denim. And I did find this little gray cardigan, and I love the structure and the shape of it, but I don't like all the beads, so I thought maybe I could buy it and then just remove all the beads. But then I looked at the price, and is it really worth it? No. Okay, so that first one was a little bit of a disappointment, and I think one of the bigger problems with coming to a bigger city to thrift is that they're gonna price gouge and raise the prices on everything. So I did see a couple of things that I liked, but then when I looked at the price, it just wasn't worth what they wanted for it. But they did have a really cool concept. They had like a rent program where you could rent the clothes and then return it, and they would wash it, and then you can exchange it for something else at no cost. But you did have to pay a monthly membership fee. Obviously, I don't live in St. Pete, so that wouldn't make sense for me, but I thought it was a cool concept. Okay, on to our second thrift store, and fingers crossed that we have better luck. I'm not only going to be looking for clothing today, I'm also going to be looking for home decor. I came across this lamp and it was really cute, but there was something wrong with the cord, so I did not want to invest any money into that. I found this little dish, and I thought it would be really cute to turn it into a candle and give it away as a Christmas gift. And this little piece here was really cute, but it had a crack in the ceramic. And how cool is this? They had a bunch of uranium glass, aka Vaseline glass, and it was pretty decently priced also. I got this, and that is all. We're not having good luck so far. Sometimes when I'm in the mood to thrift and I have all the time in the world and I have the whole day dedicated to do it, I can't find anything. Or it'll be on a day where I decide I'm not going to be filming my thrift haul. I find a ton of really good stuff. We're not off to a good start. Maybe we should just take a little break and get some lunch, and then maybe we'll have some better luck after. Thank you so much.
Bye, Bianca.
Bye, thank you. I got a bagel from one of my favorite bagel places in St. Pete. Normally they have their little back patio open, but for whatever reason it was closed off today. So I'm gonna be eating this in my car. And it's on a jalapeno cheddar bagel. So good. I found this cool secondhand store called the Foundry. The door was unlocked, so I walked in, but apparently they're closed on Tuesdays, so I left empty-handed. On to the next store. I found this little cat thing. I think it's a drink cup. I don't know, what do you guys think? They had a ton of dishware, but nothing that caught my eye. There are a couple other really cute thrift and antique stores here in St. Pete, but apparently they're closed on Tuesdays. And the ones that are open that I've tried to go to, I haven't been able to find anything. And when I do find something that's different and unique and I'm like, hey, I want to take that home, it's like 3 times what I think it's worth. But you know what? We're going to go and get a little treat because I deserve it. I drove 2 hours to get here and I have found one thing. So we're going to get a little treat and then try a few more thrift stores. And if we still don't have any luck, then I have a list of a couple thrift stores that are on the way home that are not in St. Pete, but they're between St. Pete and where I live. And we'll try those out because I have the whole day and I am determined to find more than just one piece. After eating my muffin, I kind of gave up on the thrift stores and I ended up going into this little antique store, and they had the cutest knickknacks in here. I probably could have spent the entire day in here. There was just so much stuff to go through. All of the items in here have so much history, and I love thinking about what the world was like when some of these items were brand new. The amount of stuff in here was overwhelming, so I decided to do one round through the whole store and then just keep a mental note of anything that I might want. I saw these little shoes and I thought they were really cute, and they were only $8, so I knew I was probably going to be coming back for these. And how freaking cute are these little Western boot salt and pepper shakers? After I went through the whole store, I had a list of like 6 or 7 things that I wanted to come back for, and to be honest, I completely forgot about that salt and pepper shaker until I went back and looked at the footage. So if anyone is in the St. Pete area, please go and pick those up because I know one of you will love them as much as I did. I just went into this little antique store and I got 4 things, but they're all wrapped up so I can't show you guys. So everything in this bag I will have to show you guys once I get back home. We're gonna go to one more antique store, and then on the way home we're gonna stop at a few more thrift stores. So let's see what else we can find. This antique mall had a lot more large pieces of furniture. Not as much caught my eye in this store as the first store that I went to. I thought these chairs were really cool, but not my style at all. And this little corner here had like an eclectic rock and roll vibe going on. And they just had tons of little knickknacks to go through from all different eras. This antique mall felt more like a yard sale to me, whereas the other one felt more curated. There were a lot of very random things going on here. This place also had a second floor, so even though this place had a ton of stuff, I couldn't find anything that caught my eye that was in my price range. They had a lot of really beautiful framed art here, and I also really liked this needlepoint picture. I did see some framed needlepoint art. Framed needlepoint? I don't know why I can't word that right now. But I did see some pretty cool stuff, but nothing that was in my price range or that I thought would look good in my house. So we're gonna head back home and stop by a few thrift stores on the way. I gasped when I saw these. They are so cute. I'm not familiar with the brands, but I did try them on and they're way too small. This little picnic basket is really cute. It's for your wine bottles, and it's brand new with the tag still attached. I kind of have a thing for green glassware. I'm not a big margarita drinker, but I thought these were really cute. And I saw these little IKEA plates and I thought that they would be really cute in like a cottagecore themed kitchen. These looked like 70s vintage plates to me, but I was not familiar with the brand, so I had to do a quick little Google search, and Google told me that they are indeed vintage, so these were coming home with me. I thought this brass bowl would look really cute on a stack of books, maybe on the coffee table. Okay, we stopped at a Goodwill on the way home, and I found this sweater in the men's section. I'm also loving the button-up cardigans right now, especially in the color red. I found 2 of them, but I like the one on the left more. It does have these little pearl buttons, and I think it makes it look cheap. So if I do end up buying this one, I'm probably going to switch out the buttons for something more neutral. What started off as a slow thrift day actually ended really well, so I'm going to go over all the items that I got. This first one I'm going to show you guys I picked up at the first thrift store, and I decided I would turn it into a candle. It's a cute little dish. Very simple. And now for my antique finds. This little unicorn brass bell I thought was just so adorable, and I can't wait to find a good little shelf to put it on. Super cute. My next antique find was these little shoes. I ended up buying them. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to pick them up or not, but they were only $8, so I had to get them. On the bottoms of them, they do say that they were made in Japan, so they're like little Japanese clogs, I guess. My first thought was Dutch clogs, but apparently they're Japanese clogs. And then I also found this little Japanese pot. I found the Japanese shoes and the Japanese pot in 2 different sections, so I guess that just means I'm drawn to Japanese antiques. And if anyone has some suggestions on how to remove this sticker off of the lid without ruining it, please let me know. I ended up buying some framed needlepoint at the first antique store that I went to. I wasn't really set on buying this piece, and I told the woman up front that I was thinking about it, and by the time I went around the whole store and then back up to the front, she had already wrapped it up, and she was just really nice, and I felt a little bit obligated to take it home, and it was a decent price, so I still felt like I was supporting the business. I just truly have no idea where I would even put this, but I do think it's cute. Now onto some more of our thrift finds. I did find this little juicer, and I just saw this in the line at Goodwill, so I grabbed it because we don't have one. And then this is that little brass bowl that I was showing you guys earlier. I don't think it's real brass, but I'm sure I can just polish it up to make it look cleaner. And I think this would make such a cute centerpiece on a stack of books, either on the coffee table or when you walk into the door somewhere to put your keys. I think I'm the most excited about these plates. I just think they're so cute. I showed them to Kyle and he told me that they looked like they belonged in a grandma's house in the 70s, and I said, yes, exactly, that is the point. Cottagecore, grandma-core, whatever you want to call it, I'm into it. And then we have this set of 2 green margarita glasses. Definitely gonna have to start making some cocktails now that I have these. I think they're so pretty and they're gonna match the other green glassware that I have in the hutch. And the rest of my thrift finds are clothing items. I'm going to be doing a video on these because I do need to alter them. So I'm going to be doing another video similar to this one. So if you're into thrift flipping and upcycling clothes, stay tuned for when I post that video.